Deep in the woods northeast of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, it's another evening at the office for Cody Robbins. The man behind Live to Hunt grew up wanting to play in the NHL, but a childhood hunting trip with his friend's dad changed everything.
Once they took me hunting and I had that first experience in the wild, I could tell it was something that I couldn't ignore, and I wanted to take it farther. And I got into bow hunting by the time I was about 14 years old. And that was just something right out of this world. You know, to sit somewhere under a tree and build yourself a blind and have a wild animal walk by at 10 or 20 yards and have no idea that you're there. It was a rush like I had never felt before, playing hockey or riding a horse or doing anything else. I bow hunted for about 4 or 5 years before I got the idea that maybe the next step would be to buy a video camera. So when I came home to tell my family my stories, all my great experiences, I could actually show them and share with them those stories with my video camera. And then once I had my video camera and started filming all these moments in the wild, I got this, I guess, a dream to start my own television show.
We've got the tar. There's one really big one.
And before long, Cody had accumulated the quality of footage that piqued the interest of industry heavyweight Jim Shockey.
I had filmed a monster whitetail buck not far from Saskatoon, and it was a deer that would have been huge in the record books. And he wanted to see footage of it, so I went to give him the footage to watch this, and he's my hero. I'm really pumped up about this. I put 3 hours of other footage on before the clip of that buck, so he had to fast forward through it. And I was so excited to think that Mr. Jim Shockey was watching my hunting clips. And I think it annoyed him, to say the least, that he had to go through all that stuff. But after he watched my video, he offered me a job to be his cameraman and editor to start a television show on the Outdoor Channel down in the States.
After 7 years at Shockey School, Cody was ready to build a brand of his own. Live to Hunt can be seen on Wild TV in Canada and is set to debut on the US-based Outdoor Channel this June.
A lot of hunting shows are how-to, or what you can do to go out and make your hunt the best it can be. But I just try and stick to telling a story. I go out and go on whatever hunt that I'm planning and capture the footage throughout that hunt, and then when I get back to the edit suite, I just try and tell my story to the viewers, and that's, I guess, the base that I stick to.
Earlier this spring, Cody invited a father-daughter duo from Yorkton, a hunting buddy, and me to join him. With 5 people in a 6x6 bear cage, it wasn't a distraction, much less an annoyance for the seasoned hunter who calls Delisle home. He believes the participation of family and friends are essential to the process.
That big sow's hiding in those. She's crept behind and she's watching.
I liked the sows and how everyone was just in their nature and their habitat. They just walked around, and there was lots of cubs there. It was cute to see them. I want to be like Cody. I want to have my own TV show and go on from there, but I love hunting and I just hope it goes wherever it goes.
I've spent so much time out in the wild, and I've traveled all over the world with my old boss and got to experience almost everything there is to experience in the hunting world. So I guess I get my kicks now out of taking new people and sharing the excitement with them. If I sit in the cage by myself now, it's pretty much, I could fall asleep. It's just, I've done it so much. But when I take someone new, a child or a lady or family or someone like yourself, it brings that excitement back. You know, when a bear walks up 2 feet away and I can hear you breathing deep and you're excited and you're shaking, it does the same thing for me, and it just makes me appreciate it that much more.
It's hard to imagine such a marvelous scene could get redundant. Waiting for these colorful black bears to emerge from the tree line, almost as if they were ghosts, was totally enthralling, even as dusk approached without a sighting. In the sportsman entertainment world, there's a certain pressure that comes with having to outdo yourself each time out. Captain Ahab famously sought out Moby Dick to avenge himself, though hunters like Cody are driven by the thrill of the chase more than the kill.
Some people hunt because they like killing stuff, and that's a harsh reality. Not very many. I like to think a lot of hunters hunt just to be out there and enjoy the outdoors. And I enjoy the outdoors, but I grew up on a farm and I have a love for animals that I can't shake. I just like being out there. This bear cage that we sit in, we watch, I don't know, 10 bears a night for 2 months every spring. And there's been years where we've never shot a bear. I just like watching them and watching them interact with each other. And it's funny, you'll have a big old bear come in that's really grumpy, just like your old school teacher. And you'll have a young bear that's curious, and he'll irritate them all night, and they'll chase each other around, and they'll fight with each other and go up trees. And to me, it's just really entertaining, and it really intrigues me to spend time in the wild and with wildlife.
The bear cage is a mission 4 years in the making, one that has been marked by a white whale of its own. Nicknamed Daddy Rabbit, Cody estimates this 7-foot colossus weighs 500 pounds. Having only seen him in person on one occasion, Cody had been living off motion-triggered photographs for years. That is until a marathon 17-hour stakeout finally produced him.
And that bear is a dinosaur. Oh, shit.
For Shaw Sports, I'm Matthew Prefontaine.